I want to talk to you about a very important topic, and this is a Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card. So I want to share with you a few hacks you must use immediately for quick approval. So this is for folks who are looking to get the Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card. It is a fantastic card that can add a lot to your life, but you got to have a strategy when applying for the card. Okay, so I want to share with you today those strategies and those hacks you must use immediately. Don't you go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweet Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card. Okay, we want to share with you a few hacks that you need to use immediately for quick approval. So I first want to start with the steps. Okay, it's all about steps, having the right steps. Okay, first thing is the card fitness. Make sure this is the right card for you. Boss, it's important because a lot of folks apply for a credit card, Navy Fed credit card, Penn Fed credit card. They have no idea what the card offers. So my question to you is the card really, is this card, the Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card, is it the right card for you, for your family, based on your grocery shopping, your travel rewards, the kind of travel rewards you're looking for gas, whatever? Because with decent rewards on dining and gas, as well as a few fees, this Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card could be a good fit for people who have significant spending in those categories. See, that's the key word, those categories. So are you spending a lot on dining? Are you, are you spending a lot on gas? So I want you to go back right now, go back to your budget and see your expenses, okay? Now, the thing is that when we talk about the Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card, there are pros and cons. So pros, this is available for average credit. You have multiple redemption options, and it is light on fees. What about the cons? Well, no standout rewards. So if you're looking for rewards, this is not the card for you. Not at all, boss. Not at all. And the card is not available to anyone. You got to be a member, of course. Okay. So when we talk about multiple redemption options, I'm talking about, you can choose from the following options to redeem your points. So gift cards, travel, event tickets, merchandise, statement credits, and cashback. So it's really important to sit down and look at your spending patterns and make sure that those categories indeed fit whatever you're spending on. Okay, so the card is best for, let's say, if you are someone who does not want to pay an annual fee, okay, or someone who seeks to maximize points or miles earnings across spending categories, then you can really, this card could be for you. So how do you maximize your rewards? Well, you just have to take advantage of the card's bonus rewards category by using it every time you dine out or buy gas. Those are the keywords. Anytime you dine out or you buy gas, you want to actually use this card, okay? So bottom line is, if you are in those two categories, then yes, the card will be good for you. So make sure that the card fits your budget. Okay, don't you make a mistake of applying for this card if you're not interested in dining out or buying gas with a card. Okay, and the card also has other benefits. We're talking about rental car insurance, purchase protection, travel assistance services, extended warranty coverage, price protection, and identity theft protection. The second hack I want to talk to you about is timing. Oh boy, timing is very important because you have to apply at the right time, but not just for this card, for all credit cards for that matter, right? You have to be very careful about making sure there is the right timing, because remember, you're always going to have this hard pull on your credit, right? You're going to lose 5 to 10 points. And the thing is, we have to be in a situation where we totally have to avoid that. So boss, my question to you is, do you currently have a high balance on a high interest credit card? Are you planning a big purchase? that's the thing too, because you have to really, you have to be strategic here. Don't just to walk around and just say, I'm gonna apply for this credit card because I feel good. I love the name Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card and whatnot, and I want to apply. This will not be the sensible approach here. Okay. And the cool thing is, if you've got good or excellent credit, or even average credit, you could qualify for this credit card. Not a problem. Okay. Do you want to build your credit profile further? This Gold Rewards credit card can also be good for you. Remember, I said before that they accept average credit, even poor credit. In some cases, they will accept you. And the cool thing is, what is the best timing to apply for this card? Well, if you have been pre-approved, this is really good. Like, boss, if you receive like a pre-qualification credit card offer from Navy Fed, this could be a good opportunity. Okay, Grandma, I'm talking to you too. So, have you been referred? Has anybody referred you to Navy Fed on a credit card? Well, if you have been, then this is really good for you also. So bottom line here is you got to choose the right timing, okay? Don't you actually just apply for a credit card just because you want to apply for a credit card. You have to be strategic. That's the formula I'm sharing with you today. You got to be strategic. It's those are quintessential elements here, okay? And one thing I want to say also is that there are moments where you should not apply for the Navy Fed Gold Rewards credit card or any other credit cards for that matter. If you are about to get a mortgage or other loan, don't apply for a credit card. If you have received a recent hard inquiries, in other words, you have applied for credit elsewhere, don't apply for this credit. You want to wait for 3 to 6 months, okay? Let it just space things out, okay? Or if your finances are not in good shape, do not apply. So the perfect timing will depend on your financial situation, but also in the kind of uses you want to apply for the card. In other words, are you looking for expenses in let's say in dining or in gas? If you have those two categories, the primary categories, then you want to go for this card. The third thing I want to talk to you about, boss, is your DTI. Do you even know what that means? Everybody talks about DTI. You hear those words like debt to income ratio. That's what it means, debt to income ratio. But my question is, do you really understand what it means? You hear debts, yes. You hear income, yes. You hear ratio, yes. Okay, but what is it really? Well, it's very simple. It is a simple formula. Okay, you put your debt payments on top of it's a fraction. You put your debt payments on top of the fraction, and you put your income at the bottom of the fraction. So we're talking about numerator being the debt payment and denominator being income. So what you do is, in income, I'm talking about your gross income. So for instance, if you're making, let's say, you're making $10,000 a month, okay? We're going to be very simple here. You're making 10 grand a month. And so that's the denominator, right? And let's say you are spending, let's say, $5,500 on your debt payments. I'm talking about overall. So, okay, we're talking about credit cards. We're talking about student loans. We're talking about personal loans and whatnot. We're talking about lines of credit and whatnot. Okay, so in that case, your DTI will be 55%. See, it's very easy, right? So you divide 5,500 divided by 10,000 grand, and you multiply by 100 to get the percentage. Okay, so that gives you 55%. Now, I know your logical question is it a good DTI? What is a good DTI ratio, right? Well, experts are saying, and we are saying also, 30 to 35%. The lower the better. The lower the better, right? You don't want you to go at 50% or whatever, because at that level, your ass will be denied. I mean, there's a high probability that they will deny your ass if you have a high DTI. Okay, so the thing is, you want to consistently find a way to keep your DTI low. I'm talking about lowering your interest rate on existing credit products. Okay, you can even think about extending your loan term. That's possible. People do it all the time. The funny thing is, if you pick up the phone and just ask your lender, you might be surprised. They might extend your loan term. You're probably thinking, well, I don't think they will do anything. Well, you never know. You got to try it first, right? And monitor your spending. Boss, what's up with that? People just spend. Are you spending like crazy lately? What's going on in your life? Uncle, talk to me about it. Are you spending like crazy? If you are spending crazy, I want you to monitor your spending right now. Okay, we got to cut out all the waste, in terms of groceries and whatnot. Trying to live within your means. You want to live within your means. Hey, live within your means, okay? You're trying to just walk around and show everybody in the neighborhood like, you are just banking, but in reality, you're not banking. Take it easy, okay? And you want to really lower your spending and find a side hustle if possible. Because the whole thing is to increase your income, right? Or reduce your debt. Use tools and apps to lower your debt. It is possible. Look, so bottom line is money, 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 money. When we talk about debt to income ratio, we are talking about money in the first place. So boss, I don't care how you do it, but try to find a way to reduce either your debt payments or increase your income. I want to talk to you now about our fourth hack, Navy Federal Credit Union score. You want to keep your Navy Federal Credit Union score, internal score, as high as possible. Okay, so we're talking about improve your NFCU internal score as close to 450 as possible. Now I want you to look right now on the screen, folks. So basically, here is a comment/question that we've got recently from a viewer. And by the way, dear viewer, if you're listening to us, we love you. Okay, we love you, but we just disagree with you. Okay, we disagree on this particular matter, but I want to say to you that, so basically, the bottom line is, that viewer was saying that there's nothing called Navy Fed internal score. It's just a one-time thing. Okay, so basically, once you are approved for a credit card, they don't use it again. And I'm here to say, unequivocally, this is false. Okay, Navy Fed uses an internal score on many occasions. Now, the viewer was talking about, well, they just use this one time. Why would Navy Fed, of all institutions, develop a system and just apply once? It just doesn't make sense. That's number one. Number two, we have first-hand proof. Okay, we have primary proof that this score is used on many credit products. Okay. On top of that, I just want to tell this viewer, hey, listen, we've been doing this game, for this Navy Fed game. We've been members of Navy Fed for the last 30 years. We're talking about most of our team members, 23 people. We've been members of Navy Fed for 30 years. So it's not about, we didn't discover Navy Fed because of YouTube. A lot of folks are just talking about, well, I heard in this Reddit forum or Facebook forum, Facebook group about Navy Fed that this is how things go. Hey, I just want to tell you that we love you, but with all due respect, we disagree with you, okay? We are a member of all the top 5 financial institutions in the military space. We are talking about Navy Fed, Penn Fed. We are talking about service. We're talking about Andrews. We are talking about USAA. Technically, it's not a credit union, but you get the gist. So we're not just the kids who just wake up and just produce videos without research. It takes about 6 months to produce a single video. So before you actually, so you can see in this exchange, we had 24 replies on the screen. You can see it's just because we believe that we are in the right. Now you might disagree with us. I mean, that's fine. I'm not asking you to agree with us. Actually, as a matter of fact, you don't have to agree. But don't you come and say, you know what, y'all have no idea what you're talking about. We have a clear idea of what we're talking about. Okay, so bottom line is the Navy Fed uses the internal score on many occasions. Now you can say, you can hit my ass or whatever, it's fine. Okay, so you have to, when we talk about the Navy Fed internal score, they look at the ratio of accounts opened in the last 18 months to total number of accounts, your credit inquiries, your credit utilization. It's important to actually keep your credit utilization ratio low and your payment history. So this is very important. I want to talk to you now about your Navy Fed card mix. Oh boy, this is really important too. I mean, remember the whole goal of today's conversation is to give you the tips and tricks and hacks that you need to apply quickly for the Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card and be approved, right? So you want to review your existing Navy Fed cards. Boss, do you currently have credit cards from Navy Fed? So if you do, the thing here is you want to have not only, you got to maintain a positive history on those credit cards, right? I'm talking about on-time payments. I'm talking about payments, timely payments all the time, right? So that's just the bottom line. So if we agree on this premise of positive payment history, then we can start looking at what we call card fitness. And I said this before. So the thing is, if you currently have other credit cards from Navy Fed, then you want to make sure first of all, you want to make sure that you don't have more than 3 credit cards from them, because if you have more than 3, they're not going to be willing to extend you a 4th credit card unless you have a super positive credit history and financial situation and a relationship with them. Okay, this is what it is. But the thing is that if you don't have this sort of a positive scenario, then you want to be very I would say strategic in the kind of credit cards you have. Remember that Navy Fed has 5 credit cards, has 4 credit cards in addition to the Navy Fed Go Rewards, right? We're not talking today about the secure credit card, okay? But we're talking about the 4 main unsecured credit cards that you have besides the Go Rewards. So I'm talking about the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express credit card, right? This is our pick for everyday spending. It's a great card, okay? It's a card that allows you to actually do a lot of things, and the card has a decent APR for purchases. We're talking about 10% to 18%. This is really good. You also have the Navy Fed Credit Union Cash Rewards credit card. This is our pick for flat rate cashback. Okay, this is a card that actually also has the same APR from 10% to 18%. But this card allows you to earn a solid, straightforward 1.5% cashback on your purchases. Okay, now what I'm trying to say here is that you have to think about, you have to see your current Navy Fed mix and see what kind of card you have. For example, our pick for travel card, we have the Navy Fed Visa Signature Flagship Rewards credit card. Okay, this card is kind of cool because it has a lot of, if you're a travel lover, this will be good for you. The card comes with an annual fee of $49, but hey, again, and our pick for low interest in general, okay, you have that Navy Federal Platinum credit card. So what I'm trying to say is you have different credit cards, and you have to see what kind of cards you currently have, and how can I pair that up? How can I pair it up with the Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card? Okay, so credit card. Currently, how many credit cards do you have from Navy Fed? And if you have a credit card from Navy Fed, and how do you actually pair that up? Have you thought about it? Have you thought about your spending patterns? Have you thought about your spending plan? Okay, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are actually having a conversation with about the Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card, and I want to share with you a few hacks that will help you actually increase your chances of getting the card ASAP. Okay, now let's talk about the spending plan. So you want to tell Navy Fed why you need the card in the first place, and always ask for a high limit. You want to ask for a high initial limit. I don't care how you do this, boss, but I'm telling you, if you do not ask for a limit, they might give you a tiny ass limit. You don't want that, right? Nobody wants to have 1,000 or 2,000 limits, especially if you let's say you need 10 grand limits or whatever. Okay, so the reason why you want to tell them is you need to justify why you need the high initial limit. It's not just about saying Navy Fed, hey, I'm here. I just want y'all to give me the limit I need. But question is why? That's why you need a spending plan. And we're talking about spending plan. It's also called a budget. Okay, so you got to talk about money coming in, right? Your paychecks, your tips, your loans and whatnot. We're talking about scholarships. Sometimes you have child support and other cash benefits. So those are your cash inflows, right? Money coming in, and then you have your cash outflows. We're talking about regular monthly bills, like housing, groceries, and whatnot. You have utilities, right? You have clothing, also childcare. It really depends on your household. Depends also on your personal expenses. You have car payments, credit cards, doctor bills. Well, you get the whole idea, okay? So the goals here are what you want to actually for your spending plan. If you're telling Navy Fed, I want 10 grand in the initial limit, then you have to tell them, hey, this is my spending pattern right now, my cash outflows. This is why I need to use the card. Remember, this card is great for gas purchases and dining out. So if you are really strong, if you spend a lot in that category, if your family is spending a lot in that category right now, you can just actually put that forward as a plausible explanation, okay? And your goals should be to set money aside for emergency replacing your vehicle, family trip, medical copays, paying off credit card debts, retirement, education, or other future expenses. I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is a courtesy of the University of Wisconsin Madison, and it's a wonderful explanation. And I want you to pay attention a little bit. It's just fantastic. They've done a great job. So, courtesy of the University of Wisconsin Madison. Fantastic. And I also want to show you a second screenshot. As the University of Wisconsin Madison excellently advises, you got to look at a couple of options, right? Can you increase your income? Yeah, that's important, okay? The thing is, are debt payments dragging you down? Think about that. And also, could you reduce your spending? So you got to think about that also in terms of looking at your whole approach in terms of your spending plan. I want to talk to you, and this is the last part of today's conversation. I want to talk to you about Navy Fed banking. Boss, has anybody talked to you about Navy Fed banking at all? Because if the thing is, if you are looking for, you want to be in a better situation to get this card, you better beef up your relationship with the Navy Fed. I'm talking about gradually developing your banking relationship with the institution. Okay. And, sometimes we get nasty comments on our YouTube channel. People talk about, well, you guys are mixing a lot of things. You are mixing credit with banking. I don't understand what you're talking about. Hey. You don't understand what I'm talking about, or what our team has done in research, whatever. But there is a strong correlation. I want you to keep this in your mind today. There's a strong correlation between Navy Fed and between banking in general and credit. Okay, because you have to understand, banks actually, how do they make money? Or credit unions, for that matter, they make money because they get deposits from one side of the general ledger of their balance sheet, and they take that money to actually create loans and other products. Okay, so if you don't develop your relationship with the Navy Fed by actually parking some of your cash with them, they're not going to be willing to lend you a lot of money. Okay, so when we talk about relationship, I'm just asking you to look at the constellation of products and services that Navy Fed offers. Okay, they have checking accounts, they have savings account, they have certificates. Okay, they have money market accounts. Yeah, those are good savings products. Good saving products. You were talking about retirement savings. You are talking about education savings. You are talking about prepaid and gift cards in certain areas. And my question to you is, have you thought about your strategy to maybe put some cash in those products? And you also have the Navy Fed investment services. Okay, this is their private banking unit. So they have investments in those areas. So think about that. Think about the direct deposit. Why not? Okay, so money. My idea for you, my goal for you, my formula for you is to develop your NFCU banking relationship by actually having more than 2 accounts. You want to have checking and savings. That's the minimum. And my hope for you is to also think about your IRAs and other investment vehicles, because you want to actually buttress your financial situation today, but also in the future. Very important. Welcome back. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your attention. I just want to quickly recap to this conversation. So I was talking to you about the Navy Fed Go Rewards credit card hacks you must use immediately for a quick approval. So we're talking about the card fitness, the timing, the DTI, the NFCU score, Navy Fed card mix, spending plan, and Navy Fed banking. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.